Hey traders, welcome back to our channel. I'm Kenya with BK Trading Academy, where we help new and struggling traders learn how to trade with structure and guidance so that you guys start the right way, you have a breakthrough, and you trade confidently. In today's video, we're going to go through an analysis of GBPUSD. I'm going to keep this straight and to the point and show you where our best opportunity is right now. So if you are a new trader or you're new to our channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell. If you are a returning subscriber, make sure you also have that notification bell on. If not, you guys will think we never upload videos when in fact we do. Let's go ahead and hop right in. Don't forget to smash that like button for me and let's go. All right, so let's start on the monthly time frame of GBPUSD. One thing that you will see is that the price has been in a decline and we've gotten a correction from this low here in September of 2022, and the market provided a rejection to the upside, and now monthly resistance is forming right at the 1.24 zone, which you'll notice that in this area it was also previous support and it was also previous support multiple times. So considering this is a very strong structure where we actually could see the market provide a continuation on the monthly time frame. Now that's one scenario. So what I like to do is look at the higher time frames to really get a good feel for what's going on and what I could possibly expect in the future. So considering that we've gotten a nice correction back into this monthly structure, notice here that each time we have come back to this area, so in December, January, and February, we have failed to break higher. So this tells me that we could possibly continue to push lower. I also see a bearish flag pattern here. So if we simply just trap this channel here, we can see that we do have a bearish flag pattern or a corrective structure, as I mentioned, on the monthly time frame. So considering that, I'm going to keep my eye on this resistance area because this is a very strong monthly turning point. This is our monthly high right now, and this is an area where the market could continue to push down from. Now, as I go down to the weekly time frame, now you'll see that we are still in a downtrend. And if we just kind of look at the previous trend, so look here how the market has been going down, and notice here that this is our previous swing high on our weekly. The market came here, provided a retest in December of 2022, rejected to the downside, came back to the area in January of 2023, dipped slightly just above it. Okay, so I think we are still in a downtrend, to be honest, because we haven't really broken much higher above this level. Now, until we break above this level, possibly come back and get a retest and continuation higher, we are still in a downtrend. So preferably off the monthly, weekly, we want to be selling. Now, one thing you'll also notice right now is that price is at a support on the weekly. So I'm just going to clone this and we are going to identify our support here. And one of the things that I do see on this weekly time frame is that we do have a double top here, followed by a neckline area that was also previous resistance and support. So the market could, what I see happening right now, is provide us a correction after this impulse on the weekly for a continuation to the downside. So let's continue to move lower. We have our weekly support. We also have our weekly monthly resistance. And now we're going to go down to the daily. So now on the daily, you can see that the price action is quite sideways on the daily. We definitely have a uptrend here to the left that looks very evident. So let's just go ahead and put that price inside of a channel and you will see exactly what I mean. So we can only have an uptrend, a downtrend, or a sideways trend. And now, as you can see, since I've captured this in an uptrend, now you can see that the price action is sideways, right? So when we look at our opportunity, one thing we know here is that after this move to the downside, the price is in a correction. Now, what I'm going to do, because we had an impulse here on the weekly, I'm going to take my Fibonacci tool and I'm going to measure from the high of this impulse to the low. And I'm going to just kind of get a guesstimation here of where the price could correct to. So if you look at this, one thing that you'll notice is that the 50% fib also aligns with a reversal area on our chart. Okay, so that would be somewhere right about in this area here. So I'm just going to pull this out a little bit. Now, when using the fib retracement tool, we look for the market to give us a retracement either to the 32% fib area, which is also something we want to consider, but the 50% and 618 is the sweet spot. Okay, that's what I like to call it. So considering this, if I remove the fib tool, now you'll see that if we get a retracement back into this zone, notice that it was support here and the market continued to the upside, and it was also resistance multiple times and the market continued to the downside. So we know after every impulse, we need some type of correction, which would also give us a bearish flag pattern, and we could potentially have a continuation to the downside. Now, if that is going to happen, what we want to do, we want to wait, okay? So we don't want to sell at an area of support. We want to sell at an area of future resistance / previous support if we have a downtrend. So a few confluences that I like to use is the 50-period moving average, for example. So you'll see that price is below my 50-period moving average on the daily. I'm simply going to just do something like this, and I want to see that price just kind of bounces somewhere within this area, rejects off of it, and then continues to push to the downside. It's sort of rejecting right now on the daily, but I do think that it may push down a little bit and continue to push up. And about from where price is right now, this is about 93 pips to the upside or so. So in my opinion, I believe that the best opportunity for GBPUSD is right here at about the 1.2170 zone. What I would do, I'm going to go ahead and hide this on my chart. And what I would do is put an alert at 1.2170. And that's where I'm going to be patient and wait for my opportunity. So I'm going to put GU short. And when the market comes to this area, what I'm going to do is look for confirmation of my strategy. So a lot of our students trade one of our strategies called the price action channel strategy. So this area would be our resistance. For example, this is our resistance. We have our 50-period moving average for a confluence, and I'm simply going to just trap the price. Now, one thing on this daily is that we know the price action is sideways, and we do not have 2 touches off of this channel line. You see that? So we don't have a valid trend. We are sideways. So I have 1 touch off of this resistance trend line and 1 touch off of this support trend line. So it's pretty risky, but in terms of structure, notice here how the price was moving upwards. So since January of 2023, we had a rejection to the upside, and look how the market topped off at resistance from January 23 and also into February. So notice how we failed to push higher to create a new high above these previous highs, and that made the market shift to the downside. So considering that, I believe that the market is going to provide us a correction fully into this area here. This would be our best area to execute. So 1.2170 or so, you want to put an alert there, and then look for an opportunity to short right off of that level, taking it back to either 1.1965 zone and possibly back to this low here. So look at this beautiful, beautiful confluence, guys. And also notice that I have this price inside of a channel, right? If we do get our next drop here, notice that this bottom area of our trend line aligns with our low from January of 23. So January 6th of 2023. Okay, so that is your opportunity right now on GBP USD. We're just going to mark this area here as our support. That's our support zone. And on the daily, this is what we're going to be looking for. So if you are, for example, a short-term swing trader, you are a scalper or an intraday trader, you're going to be waiting patiently for the price to come to this level, and this is where you want to execute. Now, if the price does go above, for those of you who use the price action channel strategy, if it breaks above your 50-period moving average, then that's a possibility that the price or the trend might be shifting, and we might see price go on to break above and continue to retest this area again. But I think that the price will possibly drop from this area. So let's stay patient. We do have rejection right off of our trend line so far. I believe that we're going to see a correction back into this zone and more decline to the downside. So let's see what happens. Let's come back and evaluate. And also remember that fundamentals can change this. So what you want to do is make sure you're cross-checking your high impact news with My FX Book or Forex Factory. Make sure you cross-check the two, because sometimes one will show high impact, the other won't show high impact. And if you see a dramatic movement, you might be wondering why. And that's because maybe they had different information. So this is your opportunity on GBPUSD. I hope that you found this analysis helpful. Replay the video. Make sure you go and mark the alert in the same area as I mentioned today. Monitor it and then take notes on what you see in the market. And that is how you'll continue to learn. Guys, I hope you found this analysis very helpful. Again, don't forget to subscribe, turn on that notification bell, comment below what you liked in this video, what you'd like to see more of, or what your aha moments were. I would love to hear them, or give me your thoughts on GBPUSD. What levels are you watching, and tell me why. I will see you guys in the next video, and thank you so much for watching.